Hi everybody, this is Paulina, and today we are going to be talking about the cost of living here in Atlanta, Georgia. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. Normally, I post a video every week. It's either a walkthrough of a home that is for sale, or I am sharing, information about what it's like to live here in Atlanta, Georgia. So please consider subscribing if you're thinking about moving into the area. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start, and we're gonna be talking about 4 different cities. It's important to point out that I don't have any preference for, any of the cities. I just literally picked some of the cities that I think that, they're pretty popular and they're kind of, located kind of North Atlanta. So we're going to be talking of Atlanta, of course, and then we have Marietta, we have Alpharetta, and we're also going to be talking about Lawrenceville. So we are going to be starting with Atlanta, and I forgot to mention, Atlanta is located mainly in Fulton County, and it does have a portion in DeKalb County, okay? Also, the website that I'm using as a resource for this video is bestplaces.net. I am going to be leaving in the comment section the link to this website because it is a great tool. You can compare exactly what city you're coming from and what city you're moving here in Georgia. It does mention different categories, but the ones that we are going to be looking at is overall, groceries, housing, and utilities. Okay, if you want more information, please feel free to visit that website. It's really a great source. So how Best Places measures is that they use the US average as a 100, okay? So anything above 100, it's gonna be, more expensive than the US average, and any index less than 100, then it means that it's, less expensive, more affordable, right? So starting with Atlanta, overall Atlanta, it is 107.5. So it is more expensive than the US average. If we look at groceries, we are at 98.8. So that's a good sign. That's a little bit less than the US average. Housing, we are at 112, and the median home cost is $259,000. So that is a little bit more expensive than the average. And then utilities are also a little bit more expensive, and we are talking about 103.6. So that is specifically Atlanta. So if you are thinking about moving into Atlanta, it's definitely a cool area. You have a lot of fun things to do. You have a lot of festivals, good restaurants, most of the sports events and concerts happen in that area on that side of town. So I highly recommend you check it out. And now we are going to be talking about Marietta. Marietta, as I mentioned before, is located in Cobb County. This area is very popular because of its proximity to Atlanta. Normally, prior to COVID-19, we had a ton of traffic. So, where you live, it's very important because you do have to take into consideration what's gonna be, your commute time to work. So Marietta is very close to Atlanta. So, if you have to work in Atlanta, this might be a place you might wanna consider. It is also very popular because they do have some great schools. So that being said, let's go ahead and start with Marietta, which they have an overall cost of living a little bit more expensive than your average in the US, which is 111.5. As far as groceries go, it is less expensive at 98.6. Housing, more expensive, 125.7. And the median home cost is $290,700. As far as utilities goes, it's pretty average. We're talking about 100.1. So, you know, maybe Marietta might be the place for you. Now, let's go to Alpharetta. You know, I've mentioned Alpharetta in several of my other videos, has received the recognition of being the best city to live in Georgia for the last 2 years. And I will post in the comment section again the URLs that talk about this. This is not something that I'm saying. This, you know, different websites and journalists have said that Alpharetta is, you know, the #1 city, but it is a little bit more expensive than the average price. But you do get a lot of, you know, perks when you get to move to Alpharetta. It has great schools, it's very safe, good restaurants. You have Avalon that's very popular. You have downtown Alpharetta that's very popular too. So let's see Alpharetta. Overall, 124.8. Groceries, 103.3. Housing, 168.5. So the median home cost is $389 and $500. Now utilities is 100.8. So those are the numbers for Alpharetta. Even though it's an expensive area, we do see a lot of families wanting to move into that area because they do have some of the best schools in the state. So I don't know, it might be for you. And the last one that we are going to be looking at is Lawrenceville, which is located in Gwinnett County. So overall, it's 97.5. So it is less expensive than the US average. When we're looking at groceries, it is also less expensive. It is 96. Housing, it's 95.4. Median home cost is $220,600, and then utilities is 101.2. So overall, Lawrenceville is less expensive than the US average. So, you know, if you are maybe looking to move into an area where you don't have to spend all your money, but it's still nice and you have everything close, you know, they have everything basically, then Lawrenceville might be for you. That is the end of the list. If you are thinking about moving and would like to explore a specific area or have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye now.